UFOs are real, burgeoning, and not going away. I am your intrepid host, Marzulli. Welcome to another UFO update. You know, the Rungs of Disclosure book is out. You can get that. I would highly recommend it. I think it's the most important book I've ever written, but we'll be talking about this UFO update as soon as we hear from a word from our very trusted sponsor. Folks, I'm a proud American, and that means if you come after me or my family, I'll be ready. That's why I rely on my PATRIOT supplies. Folks, their mega 3-month emergency food kit comes jam-packed with 33 favorites of filling and delicious foods. Folks, we have them here. We have them here and we have them in Oklahoma. Not only does that include creamy chicken-flavored rice, old-fashioned Italian spaghetti, and savoring cheesy broccoli soup, but you'll also get a bonus protein kit with diced beef, flavorful chicken chunks, and 3 varieties of beans, plus 9 different fruits, vegetables, and snacks. Wow. All in all, this emergency food kit provides a whopping 2,500 calories per day to keep you well fed and ready for anything. Folks, the way I see it, it's my solemn duty as an American to protect my family without waiting on handouts. And that starts with food you can depend on for up to 25 years. Let me just stop you here and talk about this just for a second. Folks, I've got a lot of canned stuff in our root cellar, and I get that. But here's the deal. With my PATRIOT supply, you don't have to recycle stuff every 3 to 4 years or whatever, because the shelf life of canned food is only, 3, 4, 5 years? This way, you've got a 25-year shelf life, which is absolutely incredible. Anyway, folks, go to foodwithla.com. That's go to foodwithla.com. Go to foodwithla.com. Save $300 on your mega 3-month emergency food kit. Folks, it ships fast and free. We've done it, and I've got peace of mind because if something does happen, we've got food in the waiting. So as you can see, this is from the BBC. The people who are still looking for disappeared flight MH370 and why the mystery is so hard to solve. This is, of course, Malaysia Airlines. This thing went missing over a decade ago, and all sorts of theories. But the new theory is this. This is what's interesting. It's kind of hard to see, but check this out. You can see the plane, and around the plane are orbs. That's right. Here's another shot. You can plainly see it. Something is going on. These are orbs. Now, if you remember, let me go back. If you remember Close Encounters, the movie, the film with Richard Dreyfuss in it, that when the mothership comes down on the Devil's Postpile, and John Adam, maybe you can find a picture of that, I don't know. But so the mothership lands or hovers above the Devil's Postpile. So out of the plane come these pilots that disappeared decades ago. And they're all kind of dazed, but they're still young, right? Very, very interesting. And everybody's remarking that, wow, these guys have been missing forever, and here they are. Now, that's fiction. I understand that. But they're making a point here. And the point is simply this. Was this plane, the entire plane, taken? Did it go into something, a gateway, a portal? Did it go into another dimension? We don't know. You know, folks, I don't know what to do with this information. I do know this from all the films that my business partner, Gil Zimmerman, and I have done together, and decades of research, that these entities can manipulate space, time, matter, and energy in ways that just blow us. They defy the physics that we know at this moment. And they can manipulate these things in ways that are just mind-boggling, mind-blowing. How can a plane disappear? And this hails back, once again, to the Close Encounter film, where we see these airmen who just vanished. They all just vanished. All these planes, and they've never found any wreckage to that flight that left Florida, went out, and then just completely disappeared. And they also sent out a Navy. I got it. These were the Navy Avengers. Sorry, I just remembered. These were the Navy Avengers that went missing. And then they sent out a big rescue plane, and that went missing. So that's the whole thing that's amazing about the Close Encounter film. They show all these pilots. They're kind of dazed, looking around like, what just happened type of thing. So space and time are fluid. We experience time 1 second, another second, another second, another second. We move through time this way. But what happens to an entity that is not bound by space and time, or that can manipulate space and time? Everything changes. Everything changes. And I think that's what we're dealing with here. So, I don't know what happened to the flight. This is some latest news that has come across my desk. I do find it interesting. This came across my desk last night. I want to thank my good friend Bill for forwarding it to me. And folks, we get emails from people, and thank you for doing it because it keeps me abreast of what's going on. la@lamarzulli.net. la@lamarzulli.net. UFOs invade China's airport for 3 days straight. Many flights canceled, airport crippled. I've checked into this. As far as I know, it appears like it's the real deal, that UFOs hovered over this airport. They were there for a period of time. What are we looking at? And here's the problem. Because of AI, it's very, very difficult to ascertain what's real and what isn't real. And that's what's real, what's fabricated. Unless you're there, boots on the ground, it's hard to tell. Anyway, folks, thanks so much for watching. By the way, Rungs of Disclosure is available, lamarzulli.com, lamarzulli.com. We are shipping them. We just got them. This may be the most important book I've ever written. We've got a special. So this is what the special is. The book is listed for $21.99. So when you buy 2 books, you get them for $39.99. So you save right there, but you get the 3rd book free. Why? It's only for this week we're doing it. Number 1, you take this book and you sit your family down and you read it. And you talk about every chapter with your family, especially your kids, because your kids need to understand that this is the coming great deception. Then you give another one to your best friend, because he's your best friend. He or she's your best friend. The 3rd book you give to your pastor, because this is a wake-up call. This is the culmination of decades of work. Thanks so much for watching, folks. We'll be back again. Remember, UFOs are real, burgeoning, not going away. Rungs of Disclosure. Pick up your copy. Thanks for watching. Hey, folks, Ellie Marzulli here. I've got book number 14 coming out. It's being published by Charisma Media. It's called Rungs of Disclosure. Let me whet your appetite. What is it, 77 years ago, something happened in Roswell, New Mexico? Was it really a weather balloon, or was it something else? Folks, one of the very first chapters in that book delves into the whole Roswell event. What I think happened there was a cover-up, and it began the deliberate obfuscation that continued until 2017. And Tucker Carlson asked Commander David Fravor, in your opinion, what was this tic-tac-shaped UFO that you saw? Commander David Fravor looks right at the camera and says, whatever this was not from this earth. That's the nexus. That's the beginning of the Rungs of Disclosure book. I think it's the most important book I've ever penned. Go to lamarzulli.com, lamarzulli.com. You can pre-order the book, save $5, and that book will be autographed by yours truly. Don't forget, folks, UFOs are real, burgeoning, and not going away. In my opinion, this is the coming great deception that Jesus warns us about.